Hey guys, Supergirls Productions here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a really quick review on the LEGO Captain Marvel and the Skrull attack. This is set 76127. It's got 307 pieces, ages 7 and up, and I know I am a little late to review this set, but after seeing the movie, I enjoyed it so much that I just had to go and pick this up. I did get a few other things from the movie and some other Captain Marvel based stuff that I will be showing in my March collection and update video at the end of the month. But, so without further ado, let's go ahead and build this set. Alright, so starting off with the minifigures here is Captain Marvel, and there are a few inaccuracies to this figure, a few things that could have been added. The torso print, at least, is nice and accurate. I don't have a problem with the torso print. I just wish they would have given her at least maybe some arm print or double molded legs. It's a shame they just gave her these plain blue legs and didn't give her any printing on them or give her double molded legs. And then the hair is just a Black Widow hair piece molded in a lighter color. And then the head is the Kira one, I think, from the solo sets, which, I don't know, I don't really think that it looks too much like Brie Larson. I mean, some of you might think so. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this head. I wish LEGO would have printed a new head for her. There's a lot of things they could have done for this figure, because even in the Endgame sets that are coming out, I've seen some photos, and the Captain Marvel is this exact same one. They don't add anything to it. They don't change anything. They could have done so much with this figure, and they just were lazy with it. And then she's got these Power Blast pieces, which are in an inaccurate color, and press the back, they fire off like that. They should have been orange or yellow, probably orange, because her powers are like an orange yellow in the movie. I mean, it's a nice figure, but I just feel like they could have done so much more with it than what they actually did. Next up is Nick Fury, and I don't really have any problems with this figure. It's a nice figure. Besides the head, I feel like they could have used a different head besides this cyborg head from the Justice League sets. This head, the Mace Windu head, since it is supposed to be Samuel L. Jackson, I think this looks a little more like him than the cyborg head does. Even with the reverse expression, I don't know, I don't feel like it looks like him at all. That's my only nitpick. And then he's got this Alien Conquest gun, which I think they could have given him maybe a smaller gun instead of reusing this gun like they do in all the sets. But yeah, that's Nick Fury. Here we have Goose the Cat. In the comics, it's actually Chewie, because Captain Marvel is a fan of Star Wars. I noticed in the MCU that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is more so a fan of Star Wars. Something I'm hoping they do later on in the movies is when Spider-Man and Carol meet each other, that he introduces her to Star Wars, that like starts her off. That's something I'm hoping they do, but have yet to find out if they have plans on doing that. But this cat is, I think this cat is the same print that they used in the LEGO Movie collectible minifigure series with this print, which is not a bad print since it matches the cat. But that's it for Goose, and now we can move on to the final figure. And then the final figure here is Talos. I don't have too many complaints for this guy, actually. The only thing that I wish LEGO would have done for him is extended some of the print lines onto his head, because in the movie, the Skrulls had like these lines that went up to the top of their head, and Lego just left it plain, so it does look a little weird. I don't mind this piece for the ears, I just wish they would have continued the print. The print on the face is nice, and then the torso print that he has on the front and the back. And then just got plain black legs, and the stud shooter, which you guys know how this works. You press down, the stud fires off. I'm not going to shoot it because I don't want to lose it, but that's really about it for all of the minifigures. Alright, so here is the jet, and this jet is actually a lot smaller in person than I thought it was. When I first saw the reviews, I thought it was a little bit bigger, but honestly, in person, it seems a little bit smaller than it was in any of the reviews I watched. It does have a bunch of stickers, though, like the shield logos on the sides. You got stickers for the windshield. It's another shield logo. No step on both sides, here and there. This little piece of detail, same on the wings. Got that same part for the detail. And then you've got this Danger Jet Blast here. Some design on the inside of the engines, on the inside of the wings. It says AZ70973, and that is on both sides. I mean, it is a nice jet, besides like the proportions of it. Since it, like I said, is small. And then if you remove the cockpit, honestly, I thought that the cockpit, the way it opened up, was that it lifted up because of this piece at the front here. But apparently, you have to take it off. I mean, it's not that bad to take it off. I just wish they would have figured out some way to get it to actually move up. And then there is this little console here that shows like a little jet on it. And then to get a minifigure in there, you do have to stick their arms all the way up, and then you sit them down to get them in there. And then you close that up. I mean, it's not too bad, but he has to sit with his arms up and can't see out the front. And then this piece moves up and down, and then Lego gave it for weapons. It's got these flick fire missiles that you push from the back here, and they all fire out. Honestly, I wish they would have, instead of using these, used like those spring-loaded shooters that they usually have. They would have fit perfectly in there, I think. I mean, the backs would have been sticking out here, but I think they would have been a lot better than these flick fire missiles. Has it on both sides, and then there's these little lights here and here. And the funny thing is, they actually have you, when you're building this, put little lights on the inside of the wings, but once you attach the wings to the jet, you don't see them anywhere. Like, there's nowhere that they're visible, it's just the ones here and there. And then the wings have these flaps here, so they can move up and down, and it's the same on both sides. These joints, so they can move up and down, and it's got these side engine pieces. And on the back, it's very small. It's hard to get any minifigures in there. You have to also, same as getting them into the cockpit, stick their arms all the way up, and then you can shove them in there. And then the box does show that the cat fits in there, which is really all you can fit in there is the cat, unless you like really squeeze your minifigures in there. And then I did see somebody point this out, which it is true. Lego did kind of waste some space here because with these hollow pieces on the sides. They could have made the jet a little bit wider, honestly, so you could fit some minifigures in the back, but they didn't. And I mean, it's Lego, so you could always modify it, right? And then you got these on the engines, the wing flaps, they move up and down. And then you got these engines back here, and this one flap here that you can move up and down. I don't think you can really position the the engines don't really move, just these pieces. Yeah, so that's really about it for the jet in this review, actually. Tried to make it a really quick review since I know a bunch of people have already gotten to this set before I did. So, just wanted to share some of my thoughts on it. And now, do I recommend this set to anyone? Honestly, I would say yes, because I was looking up the cost of the minifigures and the set, and on like Bricklink or whatever. And the cost of the minifigures, once you factor in shipping and all that, ends up being the same price as the set itself. So I would recommend the set if you want the minifigures, because you get a jet as well, and you can always modify it if you want to, or use its parts. A few things I do want to mention is I have started on my endgame figures. Those have I've gotten some nice progress on those, and I actually have updated, sorry, I'm moving the camera here. I've updated my actual Captain Marvel figure a bit. There's some things that I've added, changed, and I sculpted her hairpiece, which I didn't have before, and I changed the head. But, so, I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. And, bye.